One last one and we're going hunting. We're going hunting for bass. Like I mentioned, if this video, you never know, this could be the end of the video or just halfway. Just depends. This bait I picked up also because I like that color. That color had me hooked as soon as I saw it. Looks kind of like a bluegill, a bass. I mean, it's just got that look of, it could be anything out there. Perch type colors, bass type pattern, right? Should catch fish, and it just catches tree branches. That, what do I think about Lucky Craft? I think personally it may be just overpriced. I know somebody's gonna be like, oh, that's all I ever use. Okay, that's good for you. I'm just telling you my observations, and compared to how much they cost, and you just seen it, you just got stuck. Now it looks like it may run a little deeper than some, but we're gonna try to put it through its paces, see what it can do. Let's try to cheat one. Oh, I got gunk. I caught a fish. Huh, just talking about how, do you see that? Maybe you got to get in there and get them stirred up before a Lucky Craft will kick in. That was awesome. I'm just dogging this bait, and it's the only one that caught a fish today so far. Well, you just got yourself another shot, buddy. Mwah. You look at this scrawny dude. He's like, oh, I'm hungry. You can't have been there the whole time. I've been in and out of that spot. How many times you guys saw it? That was definitely a jumper. That's crazy. If you guys just didn't see that video where I was testing the baits out here, right out here, making sure they wouldn't hang up on these square bills, go back and check it out, because now you guys are going on the old chesty and we're going bass fishing. So buckle up, hang on. Let's see if these square bills are more than meets the eye. Something like that, something catchy. It's awesome. Let's go fishing. Let's go. We've got these right here still to try to get on a rod and reel and see how they do. That one, he's out too, because I'm going to show you this little trick. I picked up this one. I think I'm going to try this color more today because there are some shad in here, if I can ever get the line down. But if you guys can make that one out, you can buy them little treble hooks with the little spinner already rigged up. And I did that earlier in the season, so I'm going to try this little guy today, which that's the little Squarebull. I like that color. A little dark water for it, but so, well, let's just start with it. Anyway, we got to still try those others out, and we're going to start with this one, and we're going to try to start catching some bass. Any kind of thing. There we go. Oh! I got him. He's swimming at me. All right, I thought I lost that one, but that's one thing, just keep reeling until you feel it. If nothing else, the bait pick back up, because it felt just like nothing was there almost. Oh, watch the little ones. The little ones are the ones that'll hook you, boys and girls. He's got, look at that, he hooked his whole freaking mouth up. Well, that bait, which I already knew that bait was a good bait. Look at that. How do you get that unhooked? Very carefully. All right, I'm back. This is why we carry pliers. Get in there, get you a grip on that so that won't go anywhere. Get that out. Hope you guys are seeing this. Get hold of the fish. It's usually not that complicated, but need a good set of pliers. And I'll show you another reason why I like these. If I can ever get him out. All right, we got him out. are megabass knockoff. That's a good color there. Some of the back's peeling, as you can see. Doesn't matter. Give him a kiss. You guys want to see if he's a jumper? Get off. The reason I like these pliers, these like split ring pliers, see that little notch there? Not only do you don't have to have a super tight grab, you know how to slip off sometimes. That little notch just holds those hooks. I like that about those. These little pair, I don't even know where I got them at. May have stolen them from somebody, but anyway, get you some of those to get your fish unhooked. That's what I recommend. All right, let's see if this little guy's gonna jump right by the bait that caught him. Look how little he is compared to that bait. Oh, come back when you get bigger. All right, let's go. I don't know also if you guys can make it out or not, but see the two colors that have caught a bass on there so far? Notice the similarities. Almost the same colors used. I mean, those are very close. One's a custom painted by somebody and one's the Lucky Craft, but awesome colors. That's why I like it. Whoa, get out of there. The wind's blowing us. This is not my day. Look at him fighting. Holy cow. Stop it. Quit it. Get over there. You get over there. Jeez. Can't even fish nowadays. Okay, but seriously, I'm back. I always love it when I catch a fish. The wind is blowing into there. There's a possibility there's a lot more in there. That crazy half-ounce bait, you can cast a freaking mile. Now that fish didn't stand a chance. I got him on a medium heavy. That's why I like to try to throw when I can, you know, smaller baits. I'm not a professional fisherman, a tournament fisherman. I like to just come out and fish for fun. Here lately, I like to try to new things, learn new things, teach you guys that anybody cares to watch what I'm doing, that wants to, take some advice. I'm not the best at any of it, but I usually have a decent idea how to get a bass to hit a bait. But this color I've always liked, and especially in here, that orange bellies, yellow bellies, orange bellies seem to always work. Dirty, nasty water, fairly clear water. Okay, I'm gonna switch this bait out because just for that reason, we've already seen that it does work. I can catch fish. I actually like it better if I tie it directly on. It's one of the only baits that you'll see me cut that swivel off if I'm just wanting to try that, and I'll tie it directly to that. I feel like it hunts better. And I actually, I had the suggestion from Norm Coulter, was I think the guy who told me that like I got some from him in the baby bass color, and he recommended that they work better tied directly on. I tried it, I was like, you're right, they do. So I'm sure he didn't come up with it, but thanks for suggesting that. Okay, now here's how you build confidence. I put together a little thing earlier about confidence. You've seen I was already starting to dog the Lucky Craft. I caught a fish on it, like in the craziest, most jacked up water that you could imagine. So I've actually got some confidence that that bait, will get a fish's attention and he'll try to eat it. So I've already got a little more confidence in that bait than when I started the day. The bait that I have no confidence in out of any of these, for one, is the bait we're trying right now. So I figure I might as well give it a little shot, see if I can get a little confidence going with it. We had the bass right over there, so I mean, if I get it in front of a bass's face, he should eat this one, right? I mean, it's a bright enough color. It should work in this water. I'm not going to throw this bait too much longer if it don't get me a fish here pretty quick. I can tell you right now what I already know I'm going to start looking for is that exact color you see me already catch them on. I'm going to find that in one of these smaller baits, even if I have to have one painted. There we go. Oh my God, did you see it? It was huge. Huge. there we go. Confidence, baby. Building some confidence in the old booyah bait. I might have to go all booyah this year. Oh, Mo. Look how huge this fish is. Look at the size of that little dude. He was definitely trying to eat it. I would assume. Hook's in his front hook is in his mouth, so I would say he was trying to eat it. Well, shoot, maybe they all work. Maybe every squarebill ever made works just fine. I have a box full of all of them now. I can conquer the world with squarebills. What do you guys think? No? Man, maybe that's pushing it too far. Maybe that's a little overboard. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go to another bait. I mean, if I had more time, I would probably just fish this until I caught something bigger. But it did. It had 2 fish, really. It's so far, they weren't big, but 2 as opposed to the others. So it's definitely a winner. Where am I putting the winners? Those are all good. Those are good. Let me try this bait. This one may actually suck just for the color right now. But let's try this fritz side from a Berkley. I'm going to kind of cast right where I had 2 fish right here with that bait. And usually fish that small are in a little group. So let's see if this little fritz side can actually get it. Got him. Yep. Oh, that was a fish. Man, them little suckers are just hitting at it. I guarantee you that was a fish, boys and girls. There's a little school of something right in there. No doubt in my mind that was a little, just probably like the one that came off because I was... Oh, you know what? I'm throwing this freaking thing. This is a medium heavy rod, and I'm throwing this little bitty old bait. Throws it fine, because I got an Aldebaran. But that's probably why that fish came off. I probably yanked it right out of his freaking mouth. Okay, we're going to call the fritz good. Remind me to take that off. Let's throw this dude again. I want to see if I can catch one on this Berkley Squarebull with the fur. Squarebull with the fur. It's got that little blade on the bottom. Oh, did you see that? Yanked it right out of his freaking mouth. There's fish there. They're just hitting weird. And I wouldn't blame it on any one thing. That's 3 different baits, 2 different rods. And it's just like they're not, I don't know, they're too small, I think, to be like trying to keep something off a bed. That's just weird. This area real good. There we go. Whoa! Rapala, baby. That might be a little better. Oh, I got it hooked weird. Rapala. Guess I shouldn't dog it too soon. Got a fish. Now, he may have been hitting at it. I think that's what some of these fish are just hitting at it today. But when you got new baits with new hooks, guess what? You can usually get them. They're very sticky. All right. Whee! Yeah, the Brat. BX Brat 3, right? Does that say 3 inches or 3 foot? I think that means it goes down to 3 foot. So we can switch that out. That's a keeper. Let's go with the Rick Clun. I know this will catch him, actually. I should consider it one I know that will, because me and Matt... What happened to my trolling motor? We just had technical difficulties. Look at that. All right, boys and girls, we're not done, and which I probably should run my trolling motor further down than I always do. I try to run it so I can get in as shallow water as possible. What happened was the mount broke, but if I push the trolling motor all the way down, bring the mount plate that broke off where this nut tightens up and tighten it, it lets me still be able to engage and disengage and work it. So I can still use it that way, but see how far down? All the way. That's the way I have to use it from here on out, unless I can get another bracket or get it fixed or whatever, which I guess I'm just going to try to get used to it like that. The problem is it drops it, I think, about an extra foot, and will limit just to how shallow water I can, you know, whether it's crossing over in certain areas or whatever. So that sucks, but oh well. Back to testing. Okay, we had the trolling motor broke, the battery went dead, but it gave me time before I switched out batteries. I got these baits are the ones that are yet to be tried. So far, all of these have either caught a fish or caught a fish in previous times. I know they're good baits that work, are fish catchers. Now 1.0, that color ain't really gonna work today, but I know you can catch fish with Strike King 1.0, 1.5, 2. Pretty much all of them any given time. But we found confidence today so far in the ones. I kind of doubted that one, but it showed me, and then this one, and then that one, and this one too. So picked up some confidence in others so far, none in others. If I get done today and I like all of these, or I feel these have had a chance, I may go ahead and kind of give these others a second chance, which I'm doing with this one, the H2O Express. I'm throwing on my little SUL just for the fact that those two little baits that you can get from Academy are actually about the smallest you can get, like locally, that will work for ultralight and super ultralight stuff. So I'm gonna give that another shot. The one that I really want to like, this guy right here. I got it on medium heavy. I'm have to try to remember that. I don't need to try to hog them. Let's see if those up here are back. I think I want to hit it. I was starting to say, if you I'm not waiting long, I'm kind of hurrying because I got all these different baits, but a lot of times you want to just throw it and let it set, let that little weight clear out, then start up on any of your baits that float. One thing it can do, it can tell you when a topwater bite's working. You know, if you do that and you're always getting hit with it just sitting there, you might as well switch to a topwater. Wasting my time. Let's switch. This is another one I was trying to build confidence in. Let's see if I can get any confidence in these baits. What's funny is these are two of the best looking baits to me, and they feel good too when you're reeling them. They go through cover good. I guess it could just be a color thing today, but that's why I just want to throw them where I feel confident I threw them enough that do something. I'm losing faith in you. Man, I love the way that SV casts. Wish it palmed better. I mean, it doesn't palm bad, but man, if it palmed as good as it casts, and if it's a little bit lighter, which I got the new Tatula SV, which you think would be all those things, but it really doesn't feel much different than this one to me. It doesn't look near as good. This one looks way better. All right, everybody, putting an end to this, I don't even think you'd call it a shootout, but this Squarebill showdown, hoedown, shootout, comparison, whatever you want to call it. We compared all these different baits, got a feel for them today, and I've seen several people ask on different forums, like, what rod do you use for Squarebills? All of them. I mean, it depends on what size Squarebill. There's really not a rod set up. You know, there's so many options with Squarebills nowadays. Not one rod's going to cover all your Squarebill needs. So if you're getting you like the little bitty Squarebills, then you just need a littler rod. The actually, I think medium the more parabolic action is the best thing for squarebills. Now you may need, you know, some mediums. Not all mediums are created equal. So, but you've seen all the different baits we've had out. If you have a medium action, it'll throw the lighter ones, but there's a better lightweight rod for that. If you throw the big ones, you know, you might need a stout medium or a, you know, soft medium heavy. And yes, they make different ones and different brands. I don't know them all, but this rod's a little softer than some medium heavies, a little stiffer than others. This medium is actually stiffer than any medium I've ever had. It's more of a crazy fast action. I wouldn't really recommend it for trebled baits in general, but I'm just using it today. This Cayenne Teton is a medium light, or actually a light, but it's perfect for all of them up to, you know, say your 1/2 ounce, but like your 3/8 or smaller, it's actually, for me, it's a 6'6", what I call almost a full flex. And unless you're in real nasty cover, it's going to work. But anyway, we'll talk about rods later on squarebills and whatever. It's really a matter of personal preference, what line and all that. This was just about trying to compare a lot of different squarebills, seeing which ones didn't work. These two colors, I'm going to try at the end. If I catch anything, I'll show them to you. But I'm going to throw along with a chatterbait. This chatterbait and this chatterbait have both caught fish. Everything over here, these all worked pretty good. I may give those another shot, or I may just weed them out. I tried to like these two. I love the colors. Today I couldn't get bit on them. So there you have it. I'm not done with all of them. I spent a lot of money on these squarebills. I'm going to keep using them and, you know, try to make myself. I still have all these down here in different colors, which we have a representative from each one of these up here. I just have several others in different colors. It's an ongoing process. Do I have a favorite squarebill right now other than the where'd he even go? Other than this guy? At the moment, no. This is still that Cabela's Dig It. If I'd have thrown this all day long, or maybe a couple different colored ones, I probably would have still caught as many, if not even more fish on the squarebill anyway. But I'm kind of leaning towards the what you call it. I do like this one so far. I don't like these, the Berkleys, and just the old ones, which are, you know, the RCs, the Strike King 1. They're all made very similar, and I think it's just a matter of throwing them more. The custom made ones, if you look, are all pretty much the same as the Rick Cluns, the 1.0s. I may be better off to throw the 1.5s though. They're a little bit bigger, but I think they go a little deeper. I think that's why I think I like this bait better than the others. It's small, but it goes fairly deep compared to what normal size little squarebills like this. They don't go as deep as this one. I think is why I like this one more, and I've had better luck with it. I don't know. Could just be me. But anyway, guys, if you liked this video, you saw some of these squarebills in action, I wouldn't be afraid to throw all of these at any given time, or some may be going to be better than others in certain spots. Possibly they make a bigger version of this one now. I'm all about the finesse, the little ones. The megabass knockoffs you can only get in that size. You can't get a megabass bait, the smaller one, or none of the megabass. The S cranks, they don't rattle. I like rattles in my crankbaits generally. I've caught a fish or two on crankbaits that don't rattle, but primarily I'm always in a little bit darker water where the rattles help. So I hope that helps in some way, shape, or form. This is going to be a crazy long video, maybe 2-3 parts or whatever, but this was going at it today with squarebills. We didn't catch any whoppers, but we did catch some bass. And how about that crazy one? I was trolling back and forth so much I even broke my trolling motor and caught a little bass on a Lucky Craft that I was dogging because I liked the color, but I hadn't caught anything on it, and caught one in the craziest of conditions. All right, get out of here, go bass and bonsai for yourself, guys, and thanks for watching. think I was about ready to give up on little lucky crab. Bringing them up. Not that big. But boy, ain't they beautiful. I don't even know what that color is called. You guys comment if you know. I don't. Another one. There's a little mess of them on our new little bait. Our little confidence bait that up until today I didn't have any confidence in at all. And it's putting them in the boat. One right after the other. Went through all that trouble buying all these little little bitty squarebills, trying to find a confidence bait. It may have been in my tackle box the whole time. I just didn't throw it. Let's go back to our dial. What's set up? The dial with our old Lucky Craft. I should have been throwing this bait down the little strip pit. I go back down there. I got some ammunition for Charles. I get back down there fishing with him at that strip pit, especially the one we were at. Between the few baits I bought, few baits I actually dug in my tackle box and realized I still had. I know this ain't really a fire tiger, but that's kind of what that fire tiger is imitating. I think these are all sort of just a brighter version of a bluegill pattern. And I think that's what a lot of them bass in them pits end up eating, or baby bluegill and bluegill. I don't know if there's actually a shad population in those pits. I got a fish. I'm sitting there trying to get the grass off.